Okay, welcome to the tutorial where I'm going to teach you ZAYN and Taylor Swift's new song titled I Don't Want to Live Forever, and this is the song that they're using for 50 Shades of Grey Darker. I tried to go dark there, but I'm sick, so my voice didn't want to work. Okay, so there's a total of 6 parts that we're going to work on. What's nice is out of those 6 parts, the left hand does the same thing the entire time. So let's start there. Left hand's going to play an F chord. So you have F, A, and C. Then a C chord. So C, E, and G. And forgive me if I sniffle a little bit because I'm not kidding. I am coming down with something and I might even need to blow my nose. So the third chord here is a G and then an A minor. So you have 4 chords. You have an F chord, a C chord, a G chord, and then an A minor. Let me play a little bit of the song for you. I should have done that in the beginning, but it goes like this. So that's the intro, and then you also have other parts like this. So that's what I'm going to teach you guys. So the 4 chords, I went over them already. An F chord, and check the description as well. I'll have the chords in there. So you have an F chord, a C chord, a G chord, and an A minor chord. Now, what I'd like you to do is I want you to practice these chords just as I showed you here. Okay? And then I want you to practice doing it like this. What you'll do is instead of playing your F chord like this, you're actually going to let go of the middle note, take your 2 finger, and put it right there. So you have your chord with 2 notes, and then that leaves your thumb open to hit the octave. And if you can't hit the octave, if your hands aren't big enough, don't worry about it. Just play it like this. Okay, so here's another great way to play the chords. So you'll do this, an F, a C, a G, and then an A minor. And then a third way to play these chords is like this, is if you can reach it. And if you can't reach it, don't worry about it. Just take your thumb off and play it like this. Now you might be wondering why I'm teaching you different ways to play these chords. And the reason is so that this song has dynamic. Because if you're playing the same chords over and over, there's really not going to be much of change, and so you need to incorporate some change. So find a way, whether your hands are big enough to hit these voicings, but find a way to be creative with your rhythms, okay, in your left hand. Okay, let's jump into it. It's going to be a lot of things. I'm going to go over a lot of melody lines, and what melody lines are, it's a part that ZAYN and Taylor Swift are singing. So when it goes, oh, 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 oh. So we're going to be learning a lot of lines like that in the right hand. This is going to require lots of memorization, so don't be afraid to rewind the video and watch it through. Okay, so here's the first of 6 parts. Here's the intro. I'm going to move through this at a decent pace so we don't have a 45-minute tutorial on our hands. We wouldn't want that. Just rewind. Okay, so the intro goes like this. So slowly, in the right hand, don't worry about my left hand. I'll go one time even slower and then we'll move on. So this is the intro. Okay, so I will play it how I would play it. Okay, so that's the intro. Let's go into the next part. I'm going to call this the A part. There's going to be the A, the B, the C, and the D part, okay, and then the bridge. So we've done the intro. We got 5 more things to go. Let me play through the A part. Chords are in the description. A as in apple. Here we go. One more time. Okay, so the right hand's doing this. So you're hitting a lot of D's over and over. And what you're doing here is you're mimicking, like I've mentioned already, ZAYN's voice. So he's singing this part. I don't know the words, but it goes something like... Okay, so let me show you in the right hand how that goes. So what's tricky here is I didn't count out how many D's to hit. So maybe I could play it through really slowly and then you can just watch how many D's. So if you play that through twice, that's the A part as an apple, and it should sound like this. One more time. A little bit slower. Okay, so let's move on to the third part, which is the B part as in boy. Remember, I just named these A, B, C, D, the intro and the bridge, so you have a total of 6 different parts. So the B part is pretty cool. So this is when it goes into the baby, baby, do 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 do. So. And then it'll go into the next part. So that part, let me play through it one more time because I think I mixed something up in the right hand and I want to make sure and teach you correctly. When you're teaching these melody lines, it gets tricky because I have to memorize them, and I actually just learned the song about 30 minutes ago. But I'm doing my best. So let me play through it one more time and then I'll give it to you. There it is. Okay, so I think that's the trickiest melody line of all of them in the right hand. Let me play through it slowly. I want you to watch my right hand. Then hit this G chord and just hold it. So you have to hit the G chord and then the right hand will do this tricky part, which goes like this. So very slowly, one more time on that tricky part. Okay, so from the beginning, this is C as in cat. Okay, we're on the part C as in cat. The second time through, changes in the right hand just a little bit. Hit your G chord and then do this. It's much easier. Thumb on G, 2 finger on A, and 3 finger on C. So you have these 3 notes right here. So you hit the G, and you're going to go from bottom to top. And then you're going to come back to the 2 finger, the A that you just hit. And you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. So your fingers are very important. Fingering is everything. So you have a thumb on G, 2 finger on A, skip this white note B, and put your 3 finger on C, and then you have these white notes. So that melody line See how that goes? Okay, so that's the conclusion of the third part, which I'm naming C. The C part as in cat. I'll play through it one more time for you very slowly, and then I'll play it up to tempo how I would play it. Here's slowly. Okay, and then we'll move into the D part. Okay, I think I'm off on the naming of these parts, so forgive me. I will correct myself in the description, and I'll put a timestamp. So I'll say, okay, if you want to learn the A part, go to 1 minute and 5 seconds. The B part, this. Sorry, I got confused. It must be the sickness, honestly, that's coming down. I wish you could see my eyes right now. They are bloodshot, but I really wanted to get this tutorial up for you guys. So let me move into this next section here. It's a really cool part. So after you do this, you're going to jump your octave down to here. So here's middle C. We were playing a lot of everything over here. We're now going to play it down here. So it's going to go like this. I don't want to live. So the right hand is going to be doing this melody line. So it's fairly easy compared to some of the stuff we've gone over. I'll go through it slowly just in the right hand one more time. And my neighbor just showed up with his really loud car, so he's working on it. I think he's going to start revving it. So if you hear a car in the background, party on. The right hand, here it goes. So, oh, I nailed it. Did you hear that? He revved it. A little bit slower. With my left hand, don't worry about my left hand. I'll touch on it right now. One more time. Okay, so the left hand is doing this, that rhythm right there. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. And you're only going to do the 1, 2, 3 push on the F chord, and then you're going to jump down to the C and go 1, 2, 3, push. And then on the G chord, you're just going to hold it straight, 1, 2, and a 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, push, and 1, 2, 3, push, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2. So, oh, listen to that. It's actually a pretty cool car. I love cars, but they're disrupting my video. So with the right hand and the push, I'm just going to add this top note here, okay? And it's going to go like this. So the push, the 1, 2, 3 push is what's going to make this song, because that's when the bass drops in this song. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3 push, and 1, 2, 3 push, and so that's the coolest part for me. So if you can get that down, that would be great. The hardest part with putting this 1, 2, 3 push together is on the C. So you have 1, 2, 3 push on the F, on the C, 1, 2, 3 push. It's hard to play the melody line along with the right hand because there's kind of some weird thing going on with the rhythms. And if you struggle with your hands not being able to kind of separate and your brain being able to control your hands and do different things with them, check out my program, which I have on the screen, titled Rhythm Techniques for You. It's a great program that I developed. I'll teach you how to integrate excellent rhythm into your playing, but not only integrate it, but also give you exercises to strengthen what I just talked about, that rhythm independence. So you'll be able to have hands that have a mind of their own. So let's jump back into it. We're moving on into the next section. So I'll play through what we just learned, and then I'll move into the next section and teach it to you, and we'll keep moving along here. That's the new part. Okay, so I'm kind of messing up there. Let me play one more time through it so that I can give you a correct representation of what I'm doing. I feel like I'm a bit scatterbrained, I swear. Being sick sucks. So bear with me, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, I got it. So what's going to happen here is your right hand is going to do this melody line. So slowly. So instead of learning that last little part right there, what we're going to do is we're going to cut that out early and then add in this part. With the octaves if you can. If you can't hit the octaves, just come up here. I'm going to hit the octaves. So let me take those two pieces and splice them together so you know what I'm talking about. So from the top. So with the left hand, it would sound like this. So the octaves happen right when the G hits. And then right back to it. Forefinger on this E here, and you go. To that A minor then. And then this is the bridge, the last part, and then we'll be done. So I'll tell you the order of how to play this in the description. So that's going to be helpful. Make sure you check the description. So here's the bridge, the last part, and then we'll close the video. So coming out of the bridge, it'll jump into that. Check the description for the order. Let me teach you this bridge here. It's really easy. Left hand is doing the same thing over and over. Right hand, however, is just doing something a little bit different, but actually the easiest of everything. So it's going. And then when you go to the G, you just do that. So you do. Remember I taught you this earlier in one of the earlier parts? I'm actually going to end the video right here because my camera, I just looked up, is going to die. So I apologize, guys. That's the video. Rewind it. Check the description. I'll make things really nice and broken down for you guys because I feel like I was scatterbrained with this tutorial. Okay, take care, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.